If you're over 70 and feel like your memory isn't quite what it used to be, or you're just hoping to keep your mind as clear and sharp as it was during your best years, you're in the right place. As we grow older, the idea of losing our mental sharpness can be one of the most unsettling thoughts. But the good news is, your mind doesn't have to slow down with age. It can remain as vibrant and clear as ever if you make small changes that stimulate and nourish it. In this video, we're diving into 5 simple yet powerful secrets that help keep your brain sharp, no matter your age. These aren't magic pills or complex routines. They're grounded in science, simple to do, and most importantly, they're habits that real people, just like you, have used to stay mentally sharp long after retirement. These habits not only maintain clarity but actually foster an active, engaged brain that keeps learning, growing, and thriving. Stay tuned until the end, because the last secret is something most people completely overlook, but it just might be the key to preserving your mental clarity for the next decade. Let's get started. Number 1. The power of purposeful reading. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to keep your brain in shape is to make reading a daily habit, not just for entertainment, but with a sense of purpose. When you read something that challenges your thinking, introduces new ideas, or sparks your curiosity, you're not just passing time, you're engaging and exercising your brain. The act of processing new information, imagining different scenarios, or following an argument across a few pages stimulates the parts of your brain responsible for memory, logic, and comprehension. Think of it like giving your brain a workout. And when you do this regularly, it's like lifting weights for your mind. There's a significant difference between skimming through a newspaper and sitting down with a thoughtful article, a biography, or even a thought-provoking historical novel. Let's take the story of 74-year-old Charles from Tucson, Arizona. After retiring, Charles noticed that his mental sharpness started to slip. He decided to pick up a few science magazines to challenge himself. At first, it was difficult. He had no background in the topics, and he often had to reread the articles just to understand them. But he stuck with it. Over time, he noticed something remarkable. Not only did he begin to understand the content better, but he also started looking forward to these articles. They gave him something to talk about, something to ponder, and something to look forward to. That mental engagement helped to keep his mind sharp and his life richer. This process is about more than just increasing your vocabulary or knowledge. It's about strengthening those neural connections that allow you to stay mentally flexible and sharp. Studies show that older adults who read regularly perform better on memory tests and are less likely to experience cognitive decline. It's not about how much you read, it's about how deeply your brain is engaged while doing it. When you're actively thinking, making connections, predicting outcomes, or reflecting on new ideas, you are giving your brain the kind of exercise that helps keep it young. Many people mistakenly believe that only physical exercise matters after a certain age, but your mind needs exercise too. Just like walking keeps your legs strong, reading with attention keeps your mind resilient. So, pick up a book, even if it's been years since you last read regularly. Start with something that truly interests you. It doesn't have to be long or complex. The key is consistency, curiosity, and commitment to making reading a regular part of your life. Number 2. Movement that stimulates the brain. Walking isn't just good for your legs and heart, it's also an incredibly effective way to sharpen your mind, especially when done outdoors, in nature, or in an environment that engages your senses. When you walk through new environments, your brain has to process all kinds of information. Watching where you step, noticing the wind, the smell of trees, listening to birds or traffic, even reading signs. All of these things light up different parts of your brain. It's not mindless movement, it's an exercise for your brain. In fact, walking is one of the most brain-stimulating forms of physical movement you can do. Take 81-year-old Patricia from Charleston, South Carolina. After losing her husband, she started taking short walks every morning through her neighborhood. At first, it was just a way to clear her head, but over time, she noticed remarkable changes. She was remembering more, sleeping better, and even holding conversations more easily. What began as a coping mechanism for grief turned into a form of therapy for her mind. Walking helps process emotions, breathe deeper, and stay present in the moment. The brain thrives on oxygen, circulation, and stimulation, and walking does all three. It's simple, but it has incredible benefits. When you move your body, especially with rhythm and regularity, you also help your brain form and maintain neural connections. Even 5 to 10 minutes of walking a day can make a noticeable difference in your mental health. But here's the real secret. To get the full benefit, don't just walk mindlessly. Look around, notice new things, let your mind wander. This mental flexibility, paired with gentle movement, is one of the best things you can do to stay sharp. It's never too late to start. You don't have to take long hikes or sign up for gym sessions. Simply put on your shoes, step outside, and start with a block or two in front of you. The act of walking, coupled with the freedom to let your mind roam, will benefit both your body and your brain. Number 3. Nourishment that feeds the mind. Your brain is always hungry, not just for information, but for the right nutrients that keep it functioning at its best. After the age of 70, your body doesn't absorb or utilize nutrients as efficiently as it once did, and the brain feels that first. That's why what you eat can either keep your mind sharp or gradually dull its edges. One of the most overlooked habits for mental clarity is starting the day with brain-fueling foods. Instead of relying on sugar or skipping breakfast altogether, it's important to feed your brain with the nutrients it needs. Let's talk about Joe, a 76-year-old man from Denver, Colorado. Joe used to start his mornings with just toast and jam. He thought eating light would help him stay alert, but over time, he started noticing more brain fog, mood swings, and trouble finding the right words. His doctor recommended adding omega-3 rich foods, like walnuts, and a bit of protein, like boiled eggs or a handful of seeds. Within a few weeks, Joe said his thinking felt clearer, like someone had wiped away the fog. Certain nutrients act like oil for the gears of your brain. Omega-3 fatty acids support neuron membranes, antioxidants from berries reduce inflammation, and vitamin B12, often low in seniors, plays a crucial role in memory. Staying hydrated with just a glass of water in the morning can also help avoid the sluggish confusion caused by mild dehydration, which is a common issue many seniors face without even realizing it. When your brain is nourished, it works more efficiently. When it's starved, everything slows down. These small changes, like adding a handful of blueberries, a few almonds, or a slice of avocado to your diet, are like mental insurance. They might seem small, but over time, they help keep your mind sharper and more focused. And if you ever doubt the impact of healthy food, try it for a week. Pay attention to how your thinking improves, how you recall names more easily, or how much clearer your thoughts become. It's a simple, powerful way to boost your brain health. Number 4. Building a social web for brain resilience. One of the most powerful protectors of a sharp mind isn't a pill or a puzzle, it's people. After 70, many find their social circles shrinking. Friends move, loved ones pass, and the daily interactions that once filled your life start to fade. But isolation has a steep cost. Studies have shown again and again that social disconnection significantly increases the risk of cognitive decline, sometimes even faster than some physical health issues. Why? Because conversation, connection, and companionship challenge your mind in ways no crossword or puzzle can. Take 82-year-old Helen from Portland, Oregon. Helen had been living alone for years, relying on TV to fill the silence. But things changed when her daughter suggested she join a community book group. At first, Helen resisted, feeling it might be too much trouble. But when she finally gave it a try, she was amazed at the difference. She hadn't realized how much her brain had missed the give and take of discussion. She started remembering names better, her vocabulary improved, and she began telling better stories. Social interaction is a workout for your brain. When you talk with others, you're recalling facts, reading emotions, adjusting your thoughts. All of that engages your brain in ways no app or puzzle ever could. It's not just about large gatherings, meaningful phone calls, a walk with a neighbor, or even chatting with the cashier at the store. These moments all help keep your mind engaged. If you've pulled back from people over the years, it's never too late to rebuild your web. Start with a single person. Write a letter, join a hobby group, or reach out online. You don't need to be the life of the party. You just need to be present. Your brain thrives on interaction. And if you've been spending more time in silence than laughter, this is your sign to shift. Number 5. Staying curious every day. Curiosity is more than just a charming trait. It's one of the most powerful ways to keep your brain alive and sharp after 70. It's easy to fall into routines, the same meals, the same TV shows, the same stories. There's comfort in the familiar, but too much of it can make your world feel small, and your mind starts to stagnate. Curiosity cracks open the doors of your world. It pushes you to explore, ask questions, and wonder about things. Every time you stretch your thinking just a bit, you're strengthening the very neural pathways that preserve memory, attention, and problem-solving. Take Frank, a 78-year-old man from Boston. Frank spent most of his life in the same town, working the same job, and surrounded by the same group of friends. After retiring, he started feeling a fog creeping into his mind. His doctor ruled out physical causes, but Frank's daughter gave him something unexpected, a beginner's watercolor kit. At first, he laughed it off, but then he tried it. What happened wasn't just about learning how to paint, it was about learning again. He had to understand color theory, hand control, patience, and even dealing with failure. His brain lit up again, not because he became an artist, but because he embraced the newness of it all. Staying curious doesn't mean completely reinventing your life. It means looking at old things with new eyes. Read about something you know nothing about. Ask someone younger what music they love, and actually listen. Watch documentaries about topics you've never considered. Curiosity activates multiple parts of your brain, from memory and emotion to logic and movement. It helps keep your brain elastic and youthful. Staying mentally sharp after 70 isn't about doing one big thing. It's about weaving a handful of small, powerful habits into your daily routine. These habits keep your mind active, your confidence growing, and your joy alive. Whether it's learning something new, staying social, feeding your brain the right nutrients, taking care of your body, or simply staying curious, each of these steps helps shift the way you experience aging. And they don't require massive effort or big lifestyle changes. Just 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there, a little consistency goes a long way. What stands out to you the most? Is there one thing you already do or something you want to start today? Maybe you've been meaning to reconnect with an old friend or try that hobby you've been putting off. Whatever it is, the important thing is that you act on it. You're not too old to improve. You're not too far gone to start over. Your brain is changeable, even in your 80s and beyond. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments motivates and encourages us to keep creating valuable content. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating content to inspire and inform. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.